Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Lotek Health with Brad Burns, your host. Let ourselves translate expert knowledge. Today is Meatless Eatless Mental Mushroom Mondays, and we're going to talk about mental wealth and developing mental wealth and what we can do to keep that mental breakdown at bay. What can we do every day? Well, there's three things that I really like to do at least once every day. This is constantly. You got to breathe. So with breathing, we normally tidal. We do shallow breathing normally most of our lives. And when we're stressed, we hold our breath because our monkey mind tells us that you can hold your breath and think better, concentrate harder. It's also that part of the brain that says when you're nervous, when you're scared, breathe faster, more oxygen, faster, better, harder, stronger, faster, better, harder, stronger. It doesn't make any sense. So we got to rewire our brain, and we got to do what's called deep breathing, belly breathing, diaphragmatic breathing. It's how we did when we were babies. You push out with your belly, and then when you fill your belly, the lowest part of your lungs, you bring it into your chest, and then your shoulders go up a little bit. And that's how you take the deepest breath possible. And it's a nice way to calm yourself down and develop a mental strength that can't be touched. Because people, they can stop you breathing. But in stressful moments, it's generally not as threatening as being choked to death. So you can still breathe. You can breathe. You can take nice, slow, deep breaths, and it allows perfusion. It allows that exchange of oxygen with carbon dioxide. And with there's a neat method. The Iceman, shout out, this dude is amazing. Wim Hof can spend enormous amounts of time in ice from breathing techniques. And the way he's doing it, he's taking deep breath. He's letting go of his inspiratory reserve volume, not his total lung capacity, but just the top part, because this is tidling. And then on top of tidling, we have inspiratory reserve volume. We have an entire bucket that we don't breathe in after that tidal. So, tidal, and when I'm saying tidal, I'm talking about the waves, the tides moving in, moving out. That's tidling. So with this breathing method that he does, and he's shared and recreated and duplicated with his fantastic Wim Hof method, he is using that inspiratory reserve volume as the title, keeping what's the rest of it, the lung capacity, the lung volume, that whatever's, I can't remember exact name, but the reserve volume beyond the inspiratory reserve volume. He's keeping that in the lungs and allowing more oxygen in through the top, through the inspiratory. Anyways, basically, he's giving the body more time and making it get better at exchanging oxygen with carbon dioxide, better at dissociating oxygen into the tissues and trapping carbon dioxide and spitting that out. So he's making his body more alkalotic, which your body will always attempt to stay in between 7.35, 7.45 pH. It doesn't like to get beyond it, but when you make yourself more alkalotic and you have toxins in your body, toxins are acidic and they'll generally get out of your body in order to balance out that pH, which is just so cool to think that your body's getting rid of poisons because you're breathing better. Whenever you lose a pound of body fat, it's 80% just hot air coming out. Just that's it. 20% pee and poo. That's not much. It's mostly air coming out when you lose weight. So deep breathing, that is fantastic for keeping your mental wealth developed, your mental banks full of mental cash. And also, this one is something I do when I wake up. It's something that make your eyes a little less tired when you first wake up. It increases proprioception, which is where your body is in space, knowing it kinetically in engine. So, for those watching, I'm looking left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. You do that 10 times. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And then diagonal. Left, down, right, left, up, down, right, right, up, down, left, right, up, down, left. And what you're doing is you're strengthening all those cranial nerves and making your eyes stronger each time. They're faster. You can read faster, better with saccadic rhythm, which is where you jump in between instead of reading each line and saying it out loud through your pharynx. You're actually reading faster. Also, after you do the diagonals, you do loop-de-loops. Roll your eyes clockwise, counterclockwise. Do that 10, 20 times, each one of those. And then when you want to get extra points, you look at your thumb and look far away. Look at your thumb, look far away. Look at your thumb, look far away. And then take your thumb out in front of you. Look at your thumb, look at your nose. Look at your thumb, look at your nose. Do that 10, 20 times. And oh my God, you'll be amazed at how strong your eyes become. And it helps with tired eyes in the morning. Makes you not as sleepy. So those two and one more. Oh yeah, the pinky thumb. Pinky thumb in opposite concentric circles. That's super silly, but it's getting your brain working. Again, for people who are watching, you see me having my thumb on one hand and me pinky on the other, and you switch. You switch pinky thumb, pinky thumb. It looks easy when you practice it, which is kind of silly to practice it, but there's also opposite concentric circles you can do with your fingers, which strengthens both sides of the brain. Working in opposite conjunction helps you build stress and get used to good stress. And then you can get crazy and do the figure eight and extra points if you can do. This is still kind of hard for me. Do pinky thumb as you're doing the circles. I can't do it. Pinky thumb, pinky thumb, pinky thumb, pinky thumb. And that way you can really develop stress in a fun way and handle problems instead of holding your breath, making your eyes freak out and get tired, and have good use of your hands. So that is the majority of this Meatless Eatless Mental Mushroom Monday. For anyone who's going to look at the blog, I encourage you, because there's a fantastic, too long, didn't read article synopsis about transcranial magnetic stimulation. I would really give it a read, because it is an amazing way that we're developing basically galvanization like Frankenstein to increase your brain waves and your brain capacity and capacity for stretching for stress. With that, thank you all for listening. I hope you have a wonderful Meatless Eatless Mental Mushroom Monday. I'm going to bed. I'm very tired. This has been another Lotek health talk with Brad Burns. Let ourselves translate expert knowledge.